Hello everybody, welcome to Object Oriented Programming with Java Laboratory, program number 12. So program number 12 has two parts. One is a program with respect to applet and part B is a program with respect to swings. So in this video, I'm going to explain about the simple calculator using a swing in Java. So program number 12 says that the part A is applet program and the part B is develop a simple calculator using The part B says that develop a simple calculator using swings. So we will see how to design, how to build a simple calculator by using a swings in Java. Here is the code. The code is very lengthy. You can see this. It will go up to 3-4 pages. But student, don't get scared. Don't worry. It's very simple. You have to just copy paste the same code, and you can execute this program easily. Okay, before going to the code, the explanation, I will just show you the output, how our calculator will look and how we will perform the operation on it. I'll run this. Now here, this is the window we open. See, if you don't get this, what you do is just minimize this and open it. You will get the calculator, and this is the simple calculator which we have created. Now, for example, if you want to perform addition, I'll give 5 plus 5. If I click is equal to, it has to display me the output. If I click on clear, everything should be erased, clear from this text box. So here, what we want, see here, we want one frame. This is one window we want. Just this one frame we want, and we want one text box to display our output. And we want the buttons here, the different buttons. We have button for the digits, button for the operators, and button for the clear. So these things we want it. So student, this is very, very simple. There are 5 steps are there in this. If you follow these 5 steps, easily you can write the program and you can create this kind of the calculator. I will show you which are those 5 steps. If you remember those 5 steps, easily you can able to write this program. See, step number 1 is create frame. You have to create the frame. And the step number 2 is set bounds. So you have to give the position for the components. You have to set a component position. You have to set the components position, and then you have to add component to the frame. You have to add components to the frame is third point, and the fourth one is you have to add action listener to those component, that is buttons. You have to add the action listener. Then fifth point is you have to write code for that action listener, that is action performed. So action performed. So if you remember these 5 points, easily you can create the calculator. Step by step, I'll show you. It is very easy to write code for this program. Here is the code, and you have to import the swing package. This package contains many classes like JFrame, JTextField, JButton. Many classes will be there, and you have to, if you want, you can import the AWT. You can use the graphic class of it. And this I'll tell you. This is the action listener and action event. You have to add this 2 interfaces when if you want to add action to your buttons. We have created one class called calculator, and we have implemented the interface called action listener. I'll tell you when to implement this. If you want to add the action to your buttons, at the time you have to implement this interface. Okay, so this is the class. Now here I am making use of the classes which is there in the swing package, that is JFrame. I have created one object called a frame for it. JTextField, I have created one object called T. And I need so many buttons, like 17 buttons are needed for the digit, for the operator, and for the clear buttons and all. So all those I have created here. These are the different object I am creating for this JButton class. So B naught is for 0, B1 is for 1, 2, like this. So B add is for addition, and B CLR is for clear, B EQ for the equal to symbol. Clear two variable. I have initialized with 0, that is the A, B, and result, because I have to perform the arithmetic operation. For the first operand, I'm using A. For the second operand, I'm using B, and for the result, I'm using this variable, and this is for the operator. I'm using it. Okay. Next, there is one method I'm creating to display the calculator. So this is for the frame. So how it will look, this frame, and where should we add the components. So these are the buttons, and what is the position of this. For everything we have created a one method called display. So in this method, I'm making use of the JFrame object, that is frame I have created here. JFrame frame dot set title is a method by which you can add the title to your calculator. For example, you can see here I had the IUK calculator here. So this you can set with the help of the set title method. And set size, calculator size, what is the size you want. Here I have taken 225 by 300. So here 225 is width and 300 is the height. If you want, you can change it however you want, 500 by 500, 300 by 300. It depends on you people what size of frame you want. And the next set layout, you have to give the null, setting the layout for the absolute positioning. And if you want, you can set the background color as well. Set background method you have to use. And set resizable true. You can resize your window. If you say true, you can resize it. Okay, you can resize it like this. And set visible, yeah, this is very important. And setting windows visibility, you have to give true. And this is a set default close operation. That is for this button here, you will get this close operation. If you close this, your calculator will get close. To add that, you have to write this set default close operation. Okay, so student, this is the basic setting for our frame. Now after that, we have to add buttons, right? We have to set buttons on your. So these buttons we want one text field. We want these buttons on our frame. For that, I have created one object for text field. That is the text field T object I have created. So with the help of T object, T dot set bound where I want this frame, this text box, you can see this text box at what position I want, whether I want it at the top of my frame or at the bottom. So you can set it. So I have given them 30. So this 30 is from left hand side. So from here, this 30 I am giving. From the top I have given 10, and the width of this is 165, and the height of this is 35. So height of this text box is 35 and the width is 165. And from the top position I have given 10 points, and from the left hand side I have given 30 points. So it depends on you, wherever you want you can set it. So this is the second step. In the second step, said this set the bounds. So give the position for your component. So I have given, I have set the position for this text box. Now I have to set the position for all these buttons. For these buttons, I have created the object B0, B1, B add, B clear, like that. So by using those objects, I will set the position for it. So here, creating the object B0 is equal to new B button. So I'm passing for that 0. So that means for this button, I'm adding the value called 0. So that I'm setting it. So where I want 30 from left hand side, okay, and 50 from the top. Now see here, because from here it will take, from here to here it is a 50, and 45 is the width of this, and 40 is the height of this button. Okay, so student, like this you have to add, just copy paste it. So the copy paste this, just change it to B1. And what you have to do for the one, let it be the height and width same, and height from the top of the window frame is same, and only you have to change the this margin from left. This margin you have to change it. See this margin, I have added a 70. For the next one, the margin from the left is 110. From side to side, next one margin is a 150. For this thing, margin will remain same, but for the top margin will be different. Go through this code, analyze it, how we are adding the component, how we are setting the position for the component on the frame. So this is the second step. Just cut, copy, paste, and change the position wherever you want. So after this, and the third step says that you have to add the component to the window, correct? So this is the third step, adding the component to the window. Now, in our second step, what we have done, we have just given the position where we want our component, but we did not add the component to the frame. So if you want to add the component, you have to make use of the frame object. So which is the frame object? We have created the object called frame. By using that object, and I'll make use of the method called add of the frame. So frame dot add, we want to add t. What is the t? Object of the text box, text field, correct? So already we have set the position. At that particular position, I am adding it. So again, for all those buttons, I have already set the positions here. Those button I am adding to the window. So this is the third step. Same cut, copy, paste, just frame dot rt, b0, b1, like this. All the buttons you add to the frame. Now next up. So till here, if you run this code without this action listener, you will get this frame like this, but it won't perform any operation. It won't accept any action. It will not perform any operation. If you want to add action listener to this, for example, if you press this one, so one should get printed. If you press this plus, it should perform the addition. If you want to do that, you have to add the action listener. Okay, so for that action listener, you have to implement the action listener interface. For that, you have to import this. Okay, so this is the fourth step. You have to add the action listener. So add the action listener for all the buttons from B0 to B clear. You are, for example, if you clear, if you click on this clear, what action it should perform, that is action perform, we will write it. But you have to add the action listener, no? For all the button, you add the action listener. So b0 dot action listener, this b1 dot action listener, like this you add the action listener for all the 17 buttons. Okay, so this is the one method called a display method to display our calculator. Now next one more method we are writing, that is action performed. Action perform. So whenever you click something, it has to perform some action, no? Whenever you click something, there should be an action event, an event occurred. For that event, what action you have to perform? For example, if you click this button 1, so some action occurred. For that action, what is the action you have to perform? So this code says that. Okay, so let us say first one is assume that we have click on clear button. So if e dot, for this action event, we have created one object called e dot get source is equal to clear. For example, if you have pressed this clear button, so e dot get source is a method which will get whichever button you have pressed, that source it will get. So e dot get source is equal to be clear. For example, if you have clear this button, so this is the get source, this is the source you have clicked. Okay, so at that time what we have to do, whatever is there in this text box, now see that t is the object of the text box. T dot set text, whatever text is there here, that is, you clear it, make it null. For example, I'll write 45012, some text is there here. Now whenever I click this, my get source will check which button I have clicked. So if this is the button, click. Okay, then here we have to make it clear, no, everything. So set t dot, what is the t? Object of the text field. T dot set text is equal to clear. Now see here, the moment which I press this, everything will get clear. So this is the action performed for this action event. Okay, so like this we have to add action event for all the buttons. For example, assume that I have clicked this 0. Okay, So then we are checking here get source, whether it is B naught. What is the object of this? This is object of this is B naught. So we are checking here whether this get source is equal to B naught. If it is so, what we have to do is, okay, get the text, whatever is there here. For example, assume that now nothing is there here. Okay. So this, what we'll do is t dot get text will take this. What is there? Nothing is there. The null is space is there. Null is there. That it will take and it will concatenate with this zero. Here there was nothing. That nothing concatenated with zero. So now this statement got zero. Now next time when I click this, it will read whatever is there. For example, 0 is there. When I click 0, this 0 will append with this whatever I'm clicking. Now see here, 0, 0. If you don't write this concatenate here, okay, you will not get this multiple digits. You will get only single digit. Okay. So now here 0, 0, 0 is there. So this will take that. Now, for example, if I press 1, so this previous output, this previous input will be concatenated with the new input. So that is why we have to use a concat function. Okay. Now, after getting this, we are using this set text. Where we have to set the text? We have to set the text in the text box. Okay. So like this, same cut, copy, paste, and do it for B1, B2, B3, B4, and all this button. Okay. And here is the code for addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Whenever you click on addition, what action it should perform. So this says that. Okay. Now assume that I have clicked on 1. After that, if you want to perform addition, I will click on plus. The moment I'll click on plus, now this code we will check if e dot get source is equal to this addition button we have clicked. If it is so, it will enter into the loop, and whatever text is there here, for example, I click on 1, right? Get method will take the text and we are converting into double, that is parse double. We are passing it to double, and that we are storing in a variable called a, because I have shown you we have created the variable a, b, and result. So first operand that I loaded in a variable called a. Then I have assigned the operator. For the operator, I have assigned 1. So now here what I'm doing is for addition, I'm taking 1. For subtraction, I'm taking 2. For division, for multiplication 3. Division 4, I'm taking it. So this is the first operation, that is plus. For that, I am assigning a 1 to the a variable called OP. Now see here, set dot t dot set text is equal to clear. Now here we are making the clear. For example, so now see here, I press 12. Then the moment if I click on plus, this 12 will be loaded. This 12 will be stored into variable called a, and this area will get clear. Now see here, the moment if I click plus, that will get clear because we have written here t dot set text clear. Now I will give one more 5. Okay. Now I'll click on equal to. When you click on equal to, the previous output plus the previous input plus the new input will be added, and it will give you the result. Now subtraction also same thing. Get the text and store it in a variable called a. For the multiplication same. Division also same. Now this is important. Whenever you click on equal to, what it should perform. Now see here. So we have seen that first value added into first value stored in a variable called a, and the second value what we are doing is we are storing in a variable called b. For example, you can see here 5 clicked. Now I'll click minus. So this 5 will be stored in a variable a. Okay, and this area will get clear. Now see here, the area got clear. Now what I'll do is I will click 4. Okay, I'll click 4, and when I say equal to, when I click on equal to, now see here e dot get source is equal to. If this is the case, now what you have to do is whatever is there in the text field, get the text field. Okay, pass the to double and store it in a variable called b. Now the second operand value we are storing in a b the moment I click this equal to. Okay, and it is stored in b. Now we are checking here the switch operation, means because in the OP I have stored for addition I have stored 1, for subtraction 2, like that I have assigned the value. So that value we are comparing here in this way. with the cases. Now, what is this? Whether your user has clicked plus or the subtraction, that is minus, multiplication or division. We are comparing here with the each cases. If the user has clicked on plus, that means in the OP1 will be there. It will match with this case. RES is equal to A plus B and a break. Okay, so this is what we are getting it, and where to display that result. So t dot text set text, where in the text area, in the text box. So here we have to display the result. T dot set text, here we are displaying it, and one space I'm leaving here before this. One space I'm leaving. Okay. If you want, you can cut down that space. Student, this is the main method. So here we have created one object for our calculator class, and we're calling this display method. So this method we are calling it this. Okay, I'll show you the same program by using the Eclipse. Here is the Eclipse software. I'll go to File. I'll click on New Project. I'll give the name PLC. Click on Next. Click on Finish. Then right click on this PLC. Go to New Project. I'll give a calculator P. I'll click on Finish. I'll paste the code. I'll click on this. I'll run this. Okay, you can see the calculator has opened, and this is the calculator, simple calculator. You can change the width, height, color, everything. You can change it, background also you can add it. Student, I hope you understood this. Thank you.